It's not uncommon to detour down different paths, especially if you have experienced something potentially painful, traumatic in today's language. But if you have had someone specifically to project their pain on you, and it's easy to question your life's meaning, purpose. What are you here for? Is this it? Am I just um, the object of someone's pain? And when we actually align with that experience, when we say, okay, this is who I am, we have already detached from our purpose, our divine purpose. I believe that we all have a curriculum, which are our experiences, and we have gifts and talents, which are by the means we are to express ourselves. It is truth, expressing truth. And I believe that deep down inside, within our hearts and within our minds, is the core of truth, of who we are, where we're from, why we're here, what we will experience. And instead of becoming objective of our experience, when we take our experiences personally, we become more subjective. Instead of looking at the storms pass us by, we we place ourselves in the storms. Now, I know that can be hard for many to take when you say I place myself in the storm. When we take it personally, when we forget the meaning of our lives and why we're here, when we forget that there is organized chaos, these are the experiences that will help our purpose to rise up, what we're here for, what we're here to stand for, whether it may be in whatever field, in construction, building, in teaching, in coaching, in music, in dancing, whatever field that we have been placed here in that field to reflect truth in our own unique way, intermingled with our gifts, our talents, with our experiences. We bring a new perspective. What many may think is a new perspective, but it is just truth reflecting a glimpse of itself. So there is no comparison. When we think about other experiences, oh, you had it worse than I did, and I didn't have it. There's no comparison on that level. There is a understanding that everyone's earthly journey, is different, uniquely designed for them, with their shape, the color of their eyes, their hair, the texture, the color of their skin, their eyes, their lips, their nose. Everything that is about you was handcrafted to perfection. And often we think we are at fault because of what someone did. If I wasn't pretty, if I wasn't shaped like this, if I didn't bud early, whatever it may be, we begin to tear down ourselves from the inside out. And that's why when we do our healing, healing is not superficial. When you look at a cut on your arm, you don't want the skin to just cover that wound. You want that wound to get the nutrients it needs from the inside out. Your nutrients is are your gifts and talents, are the truth. And at the core, it is the truth of why you're here, who you are, who you really are. It's what nourishes you through every experience when you stay focused on your divine being, your divine self. When you stay focused that I have been equipped for this journey. And no amount of experiences are going to define me. On Monday and on my Facebook page, I am scheduled to speak on something I wanted to do because um, I believe that what Dr. Miles Monroe, who was a Bohemian minister, speaker, business owner, and many other great leaders have said, that the graveyard is the richest place on earth, that many people die with their gifts in them. Dr. Wayne Dyer did a book. It says, don't, I believe, something about don't die with your music. And it's basically don't die with your gifts that are in you. And so we need to transcend these barriers that pose themselves. And the way we do it is that we identify these barriers. We look them in the face. We unveil them. We don't deny them. We don't cover them up into something else, overeating, over exercising, languages, profanity, violence, but that we see, and I learned this as a child, to embrace the feelings, to embrace them as they are, to embrace the emotions, to identify them, not to become one with them, but to give them their proper acknowledgement. And also to once I believe when we give them their proper acknowledgement, they don't have that power over us. We don't be swayed, we're not swayed back and forth by doubt, anger, anxiety, guilt, shame, and all the like-minded emotions and feelings, but that we stand firm in our truth, as I've been saying before, realizing that I am here because I need to be here. Forever, however long that may need to be, I am here for a reason. And I will be sharing those barriers in my Facebook page on Mondays in Heart to Heart and Heart Health Mondays, really speaking heart to heart and really talking about these potential barriers. Doubt is what I will start off with. And how often when we experience projected pain, we start doubting who we are. We start doubting if we really are valuable, if we really have meaning, if we really have purpose. Can I live my life doing the things that I love? And we know love is the cornerstone to me of anything that is successful. When you love what you do, and Dr. Wayne Dyer talked about this, but when you really love what you do, you value, you respect, you discern properly of what to give, what not, who to work with at that given time. Some people are not meant to work with because maybe they're not um, they where they need to be at that time, as far as consciously thinking that you're not aligned with them. And even with people that are not there, you can still sow that seed just by being you and saying, I love who I am. I am here to do this, and I love it. And when we have that profound perspective of my work is grounded in my purpose, it knows my name, I love, this is what I was made for, and this is what I'm going to do. And I think the more people see that, the more we help people remember who they are, that they're not their experiences, they're not opinions and stereotypes, they're not the history that has occurred because we are to evolve. Evolve to what? To the highest version of ourselves. To really, I believe, like quoted in the Bible, to let our light shine. We are not to hide ourselves because often we want to. I get it. You want to hide. You don't want to be at the forefront of anything, or sometimes being called a leader in something because of what we perceived about an event or events. But when you're called, you're called. And we need to believe and have faith that the higher spirit, higher being, higher intelligence, God, Allah, whoever you may call it, the goodness, the love that created life, that power makes no mistakes. So as you go into this weekend, I want you to think about that. That power makes no mistakes. What am I to learn from my experiences? How can I use this to better the world? How can I see my experiences in a healthy perspective, one that allows me to move forward in life? And I do believe that when we ask open-ended questions, we give this power the opportunity to present itself. When we seek higher calling, when we seek to know and not hear our own voice, our voice, or the voices of others, but to seek the voice of someone who created us, who knows all things, who knows the paths, the right paths to take. And I know sometimes we wonder, well, why did this happen? Why wasn't I told this? And it's some things that we are to experience. Again, intermingled. Our experiences are intermingled with our purpose in life. And as we begin to seek this higher calling, we begin to make sense of it. We begin to know that we're not our bodies, whatever may have been done to them. That we are more than that we transcend this physical body. Yes, it is here to help us carry out our mission on earth, but it is not our mission. The light within us, the divine spirit within us, is part of our mission. The bulk of our mission is to reflect truth. So I hope you will join me on Monday as I unravel these potential barriers that can leave us not fulfilling our purpose, that can leave us, because we have free will, that can leave us struggling for a long time to believe in something that is divinely believable. Believe in what we on earth may call impossibilities, but nothing is impossible for us. There is no experience that we cannot turn around and use for greater good. So I will be speaking about these barriers in my Facebook page live on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time. Also, too, I have also restarted my newsletters for the fall. The Notes on Life, empowering you to be you. Where are your principles? Because if you don't stand for anything, you can fall. Alexander Hamilton, I believe, you can fall for everything. But having those reminding us that the foundation, I believe, of who we are divine principles that can keep us seeing our experiences for what they are. That can help us to create a generational love cycle. What we teach is often who we are, and what we sow. right? In the future generations. And so I do have that newsletter, and I will put the link in this information for this podcast. And I look forward to serving you, to sharing my gifts, my experiences with you, um, and accomplishing my divine purpose, as I hope that you do too as well. So, as always, I say, make this lifetime great, because no matter what, you still can. You're alive, you hear this, you see this, you feel this. There is something in you that is still needed in the world. And I hope you believe that with all your heart, mind, and soul. Take care of yourself.